What if I told you that a simple nickel, yes, just 5 cents, could be hiding a secret that makes it worth thousands of dollars? And the craziest part? Most people who have one don't even realize it. Stay with me, because today, we're uncovering the shocking truth about the 1974 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. Could you have one of these rare coins in your pocket right now? Let's find out. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features a proud portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front and his famous home, Monticello, on the back. But here's where things get interesting. By 1974, the U.S. Mint was producing these nickels in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Normally, Denver and San Francisco mint their initials, D or S, right next to Monticello. But Philadelphia? No mint mark at all. Sounds normal, right? Well, not exactly. Most people assume that every 1974 nickel from Philadelphia is just another ordinary coin. But here's the catch: some of these coins were struck with a rare, nearly flawless finish, making them extremely valuable to collectors. And if you find one in mint condition, it could be worth way more than you'd ever expect. Now, when it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. A heavily worn 1974 nickel. That's still just 5 cents. But an uncirculated, high-grade version? Hold on to your seat, because in top condition, these coins have sold for over $1,000 at auction. That's right, a simple nickel, worth $1,000. But why? It all comes down to the way some of these coins were struck. In rare cases, a 1974 Philadelphia nickel will show an unusually strong strike, with sharp details and a nearly flawless surface. These are the ones collectors fight over. And if you happen to find one graded MS-67 or higher, congratulations, you might be holding a jackpot in your hand. But wait, before you start digging through your change jar, there's more. Some versions of this coin have even rarer characteristics, like full steps on Monticello. This means the stairs are completely visible with no wear or blurring. Coins with full steps designation are even more valuable, sometimes fetching thousands of dollars. So, how do you know if you have a rare 1974 Jefferson nickel? First, grab a magnifying glass and check for sharp details, especially on Monticello. Next, look at the steps. If they're fully visible, you might have a winner. And finally, if your coin looks pristine, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A small investment in grading could mean a huge return if you have the right coin. Now, here's where things get really fun. Some lucky collectors have found these rare coins in pocket change, in old coin rolls, even in Grandpa's collection sitting in a dusty box. So don't overlook any nickel you come across. You never know when you'll stumble upon a hidden treasure. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your nickels and let me know in the comments if you find anything rare. And if you love discovering valuable coins, hit that like button and subscribe, because I have even more shocking coin discoveries coming your way. Have you ever held a coin in your hand, completely unaware that it could be worth a fortune? Well, in this video, we're uncovering a rare and valuable hidden gem, the 1990 Jefferson nickel with AP mint mark. Most collectors overlook it, but there's a secret about this coin that could make it worth far more than just 5 cents. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just start checking your spare change a little more closely. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his famous Monticello home on the reverse. For decades, the design remained relatively unchanged, until slight modifications were introduced over the years. But what makes the 1990 P. Jefferson nickel stand out? It's not just another common nickel, there's something special about certain specimens that collectors desperately seek. The 1990 P is known for a few key details that can turn an ordinary pocket find into a valuable numismatic treasure. Point: one of the biggest factors that makes this coin rare is an unusual minting error. Some 1990 P nickels were struck with an over-polished die, which caused missing details, most notably, a missing or barely visible P mint mark. The P mint mark represents the Philadelphia Mint, and on a typical 1990 nickel, it should be crisp and clear just to the right of Jefferson's bust. However, due to excessive die polishing during the minting process, some nickels ended up with a faint or missing mint mark entirely. This is where things get exciting. A missing or weak mint mark can be a major indicator of a rare coin, and collectors are always on the lookout for these anomalies. Now, let's talk numbers. A regular 1990 P Jefferson nickel in circulated condition is typically worth face value, just 5 cents. However, if you happen to find one with a missing or faint mint mark, the value jumps dramatically. Depending on the condition, these rare error nickels have been known to sell for anywhere from $50 to over $1,000 at auction. Even higher values have been recorded for coins in pristine, uncirculated condition or with full steps on the Monticello design, a sign of a well-struck nickel. Collectors will pay top dollar for these rare varieties, making it one of the more valuable nickels of the modern era. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare nickels? Here are a few quick tips. Check the mint mark. Is the P faint, missing, or unusually weak? If so, you may have something special. Look for full steps. Coins with sharply struck Monticello details often carry premium values. Examine the condition. The better the condition, the more valuable the coin. If you think you found one, consider getting it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC to verify its authenticity and determine its true value. The 1990 P Jefferson nickel might seem ordinary at first glance, but as we've seen today, there's a hidden secret that could make it a collector's dream. Who would have thought that an everyday coin could be worth hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars? Now, here's the fun part. Check your pocket change, go through your old coin collections, and see if you might be sitting on one of these rare finds. A coin so rare that even seasoned collectors have overlooked it for years. Well, today, we're uncovering the hidden secret of the 1992 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark, a coin that could turn your spare change into a small fortune. But why is it so valuable? And how can you spot one? Stick around, because you won't want to miss this. The Jefferson nickel has been around since 1938, featuring the iconic image of President Thomas Jefferson on the front and his home, Monticello, on the back. But in 1992, something unusual happened, something that would go unnoticed for decades. A small detail, a tiny difference, separates an ordinary 1992 D nickel from one that could be worth serious cash. And it all comes down to an unexpected minting anomaly. To understand why the 1992 D Jefferson nickel is so special, we need to go back to the early 90s. That year, the U.S. Mint was transitioning between different die designs. Most nickels from 1992 were struck using the standard reverse design, but a few, an extremely rare few, were mistakenly struck using an experimental reverse that would later become the standard for 1993. So what exactly is different? The key lies in the spacing of the lettering on the reverse side, particularly in the words United States of America and E pluribus unum. The rare version, often called the *am variety, has a slightly different font alignment, with the letters appearing closer together than on the standard 1992 design. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for. How much is this coin actually worth? In circulated condition, a 1992 D-am nickel might only fetch a few $100s. But in higher grades, such as Mint State 65 or better, these rare nickels have been known to sell for several $1,000s at auctions. One of the highest recorded sales for this coin reached over $10,000. Imagine that, a single nickel worth more than a brand new laptop or even a used car. So, how can you find one of these valuable nickels? The first step is to check any 1992 D nickels you come across. Look at the back of the coin carefully. If you see the letters in America spaced closer together than usual, you may have struck gold, well, nickel, but you get the point. Using a jeweler's loupe or a magnifying glass can make spotting the differences much easier. And if you think you found one, get it authenticated by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. The 1992 Jefferson nickel is one of the hidden treasures of modern U.S. coinage. Most people have never heard of it, and yet, it's out there, possibly waiting in a jar of spare change, a roll of nickels from the bank, or even in your pocket right now. So, next time you get a nickel, take a closer look. You never know, you might just be holding a fortune in your hands. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more rare coin discoveries, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Have you ever found a valuable coin in your change? Let us know in the comments below, we'd love to hear your story. Well, what if I told you that the 1999 Jefferson nickel with the Denver Mint mark holds a hidden secret that most collectors completely overlook? This isn't just any ordinary 5-cent piece, this nickel could be your gateway to a small fortune. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and whether you have one of these rare and valuable nickels hiding in plain sight. The Jefferson Nickels series has been a staple of American currency since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features a left-facing portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his famous home, Monticello, on the reverse. While most people handle these coins every day without a second thought, certain years and mint marks can turn an ordinary nickel into a collector's dream. 1999 may seem like an unremarkable year for nickels, but here's where things get interesting. The Denver Mint produced millions of these coins, yet a rare variety has surfaced that has stunned numismatists. Unlike standard nickels, certain 1999 Jefferson nickels exhibit striking minting errors and unique die varieties that make them highly desirable in the collecting world. One of the most exciting aspects of this coin is the presence of dramatic die errors. Some 1999 nickels feature an incredible off-center strike, doubling, or even a full-blown misprint of the Monticello design. But the real treasure? A rare, almost mythical full steps variety. Now, if you're not familiar with full steps, let me explain. The term refers to the clarity of the steps on the Monticello building on the reverse side. In most cases, these steps wear down during the minting process, making sharp, fully defined steps extremely rare. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for Jefferson nickels with full steps, and the 1999 is no exception. Now, the big question, how much is this coin actually worth? The value of a 1999 Jefferson nickel depends on its condition and any rare features it possesses. A standard 1999 nickel in circulated condition might only be worth face value. However, if you have one in pristine, uncirculated condition with a clear full steps designation, you could be looking at anywhere from $50 to over $1,000 at auction. And if you happen to have one with a dramatic error or a nearly perfect strike, collectors may be willing to pay even more. Just recently, a high-grade 1999 full steps Jefferson nickel sold for over $3,000. And that's not just a one-time thing. Coin enthusiasts actively hunt for these rare pieces, driving prices up over time. So, how can you tell if you have a valuable 1999 nickel? Here's what to do. First, check the reverse side under good lighting. Are the steps of Monticello fully defined, without any breaks? If yes, you might have a full steps variety. Next, inspect the coin's overall condition. Coins with fewer scratches, bag marks, or signs of wear fetch significantly higher prices. Finally, look for any minting errors like doubling, off-center strikes, or die breaks. These variations can make your nickel even more valuable. The truth is, valuable coins like the 1999 Jefferson nickel could be hiding anywhere, in your pocket change, in old jars, or even in that forgotten piggy bank. So, take a second look at your nickels, because you never know when you might strike gold, or in this case, a rare and valuable nickel. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more hidden treasure coin videos, and let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin before. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting.